Hey, what's up YouTube? This your boy Cuss over here at Custom Made Barbershop in Jacksonville, Florida. And today I got a video for you guys about how to start a barbershop, okay? Now, first things first, I want to get straight into the point. I want you guys to understand that in order to start a barbershop, the first thing you would need to do is get a pen and a pad, okay? You gotta write down all your ideas, you gotta organize all your thoughts, and present everything to yourself as if you were planning on doing something in a, I guess, step-by-step process. So I'm gonna say that in regular terms. You write everything down in a step-by-step process, and then you start slowly but surely getting everything done, checking everything off of your checklist. That way you get your barbershop started, okay? Now the first things first, people might think this is a joke, but the first thing you need to do is come up with a name of the barbershop, okay? What do you want to call the barbershop? Me, I went with Custom Made Barbershop, okay? There's a whole backstory about that name, but I'll share that with you sometime in the future, okay? So you come up with a name, all right? You write that on the first page, and then below that, you can write some bullet points on what you want to design the shop around. Like, okay, so let's just say you want your barbershop to be 10 chair barbershop, okay? So, of course, you got to find out what kind of stations you want. How do you want it set up? How many square footage do you need? Where do you want your barbershop located? What kind of people you want at your barbershop? So, your target demographic. What kind of neighborhood you want to be in? And that kind of thing. What kind of barbers you want in your shop? Okay, how many TVs? How many just forms of entertainment? How your seating? How your lighting is going to be set up? So you got to actually put all this stuff down on a sheet of paper of how you want your barbershop set up. That's first and foremost, okay? Most people don't understand that in order to make something happen, you have to put it on paper in order to solidify your goals, okay? This is a goal now. Once you put it on a piece of paper, it's a goal. It's no longer just talk, okay? So the second step, okay? Now you gotta come up with step-by-step, how can I word this? But you gotta figure this out you gotta figure out how you wanna be able to finance your barbershop, okay? So my recommendation is for no one to ever start a barbershop if you don't have clientele, okay? If you do not have clientele in the city, do not start a barbershop. My opinion. Me, I've done it personally. Would I do it again? Yes, I would do it again because I'm the type of person that don't mind working hard and grinding it out until I become successful, okay? A lot of people aren't designed to fight it out until they reach success. If you know you're not one of those people that's willing to stand in the paint and fight it out until you reach your goal, don't start a barbershop in a city that you're new to without any clientele, okay? You never want to put yourself in a position to where you open a barbershop and you're not able to pay for or sustain that barbershop on your own. If you ever start a barbershop expecting to have other barbers working there at your shop and paying you booth rent or paying you a commission, that's a no-no. You never want to do that, okay? Because that's a false sense of reality, okay? You don't have workers until you have workers, okay? So you can't predict how many workers you're going to have ahead of time, okay? That's not something that's realistic. So what you want to do is you want to be able to manage, be able to provide a pretty good guesstimate on based off of how much clientele you have, how much income that you bring in a month, and would you be able to pay for this shop if it was just you at that shop for a year, 2 years, 3 years? I doubt that you'll go that long without another worker there, but what you do need to do is plan ahead, okay? You need to plan as if you're gonna be the only person that's working there. And then when you do get when you do get workers, you can go ahead and add that on to whatever profits or whatever budget you wanted to put together in your notes or whatever. But never start a barbershop without any clients in a brand new city unless you are a hard worker or you have cojones, and that's balls, okay? So that's the second step. Now the third step I want everybody to understand this. And you know, when you design your barbershop, you want to know, okay, is this going to be like a personal type of barbershop? They got this new thing called salon studios where you divide each station in a barbershop. Okay, so the way that works is if you're designing your shop to where you want to rent booths, it's best, or what I'm starting to notice here lately is people are designing barbershops to where you break stations down like salon studios, where like each individual station has their closed in portion to where they can lease the studio or studio section to each barber. That works really well for some people. Some people prefer to be in an open barbershop setting. You want to be able to determine how you want to set that up for your other barbers in the shop, okay? I don't know which one works better for who and what. I'm not experienced in working at salon studios. I think when I first started, that probably would have been a better option for me, but I started in like a small studio type of gig, but inside of a flea market. So that's kind of how I got my start, and it was somewhat like a salon studio, but I had like 3 chairs in there. So, but it worked for me for the time that I did have it. Okay, so you want to know how you're going to set up your shop. You want to know how you're going to set up your seating. Like I said before, you want to know, okay, let's just say if you have stations on one side of the shop and the other side of the shop, you got seating. You got to understand that when people come in, they're going to be sitting across from you. Okay, so people are going to hold conversations and you're going to be cutting hair having conversations. That slows you down, okay? And that kind of slows down income as well. So you want to determine whether I want a more intimate setting for my clients, or do I want it to be more of a sociable setting, meaning that everybody in the shop kind of holding conversations and whatnot. When I talked about having TVs and different forms of entertainment like tablets and stuff like that for the clients, you gotta understand that nowadays most people don't watch TV anymore. Most people are on their phones, so it's not really necessary to have a TV, although that's one of those, it's like considered the norm to have a TV in the shop. You can have multiple TVs to where you're playing different sports. You can be playing the news. You can be playing different, podcasts from YouTube. You can even play haircut tutorial videos in your shop. That's another thing that people might appreciate. So that's always a good option. That's all I got for right now. I'm going to go ahead and drop some more videos just like this. If you guys like it, go ahead and comment below. If you guys want to share any new information, any information that can help anybody start a barbershop, any points that you think somebody should think about before starting a barbershop, go ahead and comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I need subscribers, y'all. Follow me on Instagram. That's custom_made_cuts. Shout out to Barber Illuminati. Shout out to 1+1 Barber in Ghana. That's West Africa. And shout out to everybody that's showing this channel love. Peace, and I'll see you guys soon.